My hairless colleague, Shiv, has been booked for an important photo shoot in Monaco on Wednesday morning. I've persuaded Shiv to turn the journey into a road trip instead of flying, but I haven't told him which car I've chosen, except that it's a V8.
So late.
Let the games begin.
Mustang would be nice. Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, I love that car. I'm going to photograph a Formula E event in Monaco. Formula E promoting electric vehicles. And we're going in a V8 across France. Ridiculous. You serious?
Your chariot awaits.
Yeah, well, I thought the car was embarrassing enough, and then you got out of the car and I just saw that the car is the least of our problems.
Well, look, we're going to Monaco. You have to do a tux in Monaco.
Yeah, but that's a normal shaped person, not you.
Yes, I had chosen as our Grand Tourer this, the Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, as used by the law in America for nearly 20 years. It's often referred to by its factory designation, P71. You can tell it's a Ford because it says so, on the grille, on the boot, on the steering wheel and on the wheels. You can tell it's the police model because there's a badge for that too. The black grille is another telltale sign, just in case you miss those giant red lights and NYPD badges. The P71 comes fully equipped with wheels, paint, and a bonnet so large it ought to pay stamp duty. Interior luxuries include seats, some dashboard dials, and a rubber floor that you can hose down. The engine is a 4.6-litre V8 borrowed from the Mustang. Here it puts out a miserly 240 brake horsepower through a 4-speed automatic transmission. Top speed is claimed to be 129 miles an hour, though you'd be lucky to get anywhere near that with those roof lights acting as a giant air brake. Production began in 1992 and ran until 2011. This particular example is a 2005 model with 120,000 miles on the clock and duct tape over the engine warning light. I wasn't entirely sure it was going to get us all the way to Monaco and back, but I wasn't about to tell Shiv that. 2005 Ford Crown Victoria, the ultimate police cruiser, complete with push bars, proper wheels.
Proper wheels, eh?
Lights, they all work. Obviously they're isolated for road use, for legal purposes. I mean, look at the size of the boot. This is the perfect car for driving all the way to Monaco in.
Yeah, and if I kill you on the way, you'll fit in it as well.
Actually, not much fits in that boot because there's a great big rack that they would have put rifles in, and it kind of protrudes down, a bit like one of those, what are those things you get in horror movies, the big box coffin thing with the spikes in. It's like one of those anyway.
I love it when you talk dirty.
So the suitcases will not be going in the boot, they will be going on the back seat. Talking of which, let me show you the interior.
Can't wait.
This is obviously the appropriate space for where you would be sitting, where the prisoners go. Go on, try it out for space.
I think the legroom is going to be a bit of an issue for me.
Because this is a proper police spec car, the doors, you can't open from the inside.
As long as he stays on the outside, I'm quite happy. Child lock, criminal lock, I don't know what you want to call it, but...
Please step out of the vehicle, sir, and mind your head.
Just
What are you doing, you muppet? Right, let me show you the front. Okay, so, look at this. We've got proper police laptop, speed gun that still works, All the lights and staff sirens, PA, which I was going to use when I pulled up, but being a bit early in the middle of nowhere, I thought better not. Electric rifle racks, fire extinguisher, spotlights, everything you possibly need.
Has it got turbo boost? Has it got hot? Has it got pursuit mode?
Right, get your head out of it. Oh, well, actually, talking about pursuit, look at this. Look at this. It's a 4-speed automatic. Use overdrive during high-speed pursuit. High speed. This thing doesn't even do 30 miles an hour up a hill. And last thing, see that little label on the door? Ballistic panel. So these doors are bulletproof.
Well, I'll be shooting you from inside the car, so it makes no difference anyway. So is this like a standard cop car from New York?
Well, mostly, yes, sort of. Well, it's not actually from New York. It is an American police car, but it's from somewhere else. It was imported, and then they put New York kind of colours and livery and lights and stuff on it. Apart from that, it's, you know, pretty much standard.
So it's a rip-off?
It's not a rip-off at all. It was a genuine American police car. It's had a couple of little bits added to it, yes. One of the spotlights is additional, the cameras are additional, and obviously that massive subwoofer in the back and the 6x9s and the upgraded stereo.
That's a sub!
Yeah. But don't forget, the current owner comes from Essex. So actually, it's amazing it's still white. This car should be orange by now. Should we go?
If we must.
You want to stick your bags in the back?
Why not?
Well, there's no room in the boot because of the rifle racks.
Of course. Should have brought my rifles.
Yeah. Who needs rifles when you've got guns like these?
Still need the rifles.
Yeah, all right, come on.
Got to put stuff in the back seat because the boot isn't full. Right, off to the ferry. How far into the ferry terminal?
Well, we're making a slight detour from the ferry terminal. We're going to go through the tunnel instead. We're going to get on the train.
And why is that?
Well, we're just running ever so slightly behind schedule, that's all. So we may have missed our ferry.
Oh, you mean because you forgot your passport?
Well, there's no need to point fingers. I'm not blaming you for anything.
International man of mystery James Bond forgets his passport.
Yeah, all right.
Dressed in a tux, 2 days early.
But it's better to be prepared than it is to forget. Well, today actually happens to be the 25th anniversary of the tunnel opening. I thought it would be a nice kind of, you know, full circle sort of thing for us to do. Anglo-Franco relations, all that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, they're going pretty well at the moment, aren't they?
Well, exactly, so we're doing our bit to help.
So we finally made it on the Eurotunnel in our V8 cop car. Great choice, Ross, again.
I think it's gone down pretty well.
When you told me V8 supercar or V8 car, you know, I was expecting something like this, an Aston Martin.
New Vantage.
Something a bit more comfortable.
Would have been nice, they didn't offer me one.
Okay.
Plus it's got even less storage space in it than this does.
Life story. Or on the other side of the scale, we have the Tesla Model X over on that side.
Yeah, but you missed out. I drove one of those a couple of months ago in Ireland.
Yeah, but I think I would have preferred this one with it having the female hockey team over from Holland. So yeah, I'd prefer to be in that car, to be honest.
Well, I haven't got anything to say to that. However, I like the fact they put a poster of us up here.
That's very true. But wait, so you're the car?
Yeah.
Funny guy.
Yeah,
I know. Funny.
At least coming by Eurotunnel means we don't have to worry whether they've got any ferries or not.
Why? Ferries?
Have you not been following this whole thing?
Whole what?
Right, so because of the big B thing that shall not be mentioned, the government was worried that they wouldn't have enough ferries at the ports to cope with all the lorries queuing up for their illegal immigrants. I mean, their customs checks. So what they did is they awarded £100 million of contracts to 3 ferry companies to put on extra ferries, except one of those ferry companies doesn't have any ferries. There's never had any ferries. So the government ended up cancelling all of those, but Eurotunnel have sued the government because it was an unfair procurement thing. The government's ended up giving Eurotunnel £30 million.
Well, I mean, if they gave me 30 million, I could run a ferry company for them easily.
I've seen the way you drive. They would give you £30 million not to run a ferry company.
You may have seen me drive, but you haven't seen me sail.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, everyone knows mine.
And you're on ship from France?
How long will it take to get to Monaco?
It's 768 miles. At the rate this thing goes, it's going to take us about a week.
Fantastic, can't wait.
Wait till I tell you a bit more about ferries. That'll cheer you up. Look, that Aston does look good. My word, it looks sexy. After some more scintillating ferry conversation, we arrived in Calais.
What the hell is this?
This is a map, Shiv. It shows you where to go.
Yes, in the last century it did. We have sat-navs now?
Yes, I may have forgotten to pack our sat-nav. But look, it's basically one straight road. I mean, how hard can it be?
Yeah, just follow the colours. Sod that. I'm getting in the tracking vehicle. They've got sat-nav at least. Unbelievable.
Detective Santiago! Don't walk away from me! Sometime later, and with absolutely no help from our French director, I had planned a route through France. We were ready to go. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, Ross, we're not going to Chicago. It's not dark. We don't have any cigarettes. I am the master of movie references. Can we just get the hell out of here?
Fair enough, let's go. Hit it. Progress report. We're about 5 hours behind schedule. I may have forgotten my passport. We've missed the ferry crossing. We got stuck in a car park at Calais because the ticket machine wouldn't let us out. I am now running on fumes. Not exactly going according to plan. Shiv, how far now to the nearest service station?
Probably looking at about 10 kilometers. I mean, what's the mileage on that thing? 30 to the gallon?
I was hoping he wasn't going to ask that. 19.
19 miles to the gallon.
Well, look, it's a police car. They didn't really need to worry about fuel economy.
Or they were probably hoping that all crime would happen at petrol stations.
Well, that's where the donuts are, right? I think it's about time I checked in with my less than happy colleague. Mr. Gohill, have you caught up yet?
Oh, f*** off, man. Seriously, like, you fucking tore it out of the petrol station, probably used up half your gas already. All you needed was your f***ing sirens on. Now, f*** off. Stop talking to me, you piece of fuck's sake.
Yet, I will see you at the hotel, and I love you too. So now that I've got a little bit of peace and quiet, I can explain why I think this is a great car to head down to Monaco in. First, it has a front engine rear-wheel drive configuration. It has a V8 engine, rear seats, decent sized boot. The suspension is okay, it's comfortable, it's got cruise control, it's got a decent stereo system. I mean, it's perfect for munching up the motorway miles. Progress report. It's late, we're miles behind schedule, we're in the middle of nowhere, and a very nice Frenchman got a little bit overexcited going past the cop car and ended up hitting the tracking vehicle. To be honest, we just want to go to bed. By now, we were several hours behind schedule, very tired and rather lost, so we admitted defeat and stopped at the nearest hotel. As it turned out, we had ended up somewhere rather wonderful. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When racing began here in 1926, this was one of the fastest tracks in the world. 3 public roads formed a triangular circuit used by Formula One, sports cars and motorbikes. Legends such as Fangio, Clark, Moss and McLaren all roared down this straight on their way to glory. To racers, it is hallowed ground. 50 years ago, in 1969, the last sports car race was held here before the circuit was closed down for good. Today, all that's left of that former glory are these old pit buildings and lonely grandstands.
Didn't Ford win a race at this track during the 60s at some point?
Yeah, I think they won the 1967 12-hour race here, right at the height of when the GT40 was winning everything at Le Mans.
It's pretty cool then that we bring a Ford back to one of its places where it made history, really.
Yeah, exactly. And a proper American Ford as well.
I love how the sponsor logos have stayed colourful after all these years. Talking about colours, what the hell are you wearing?
We've got a long way to go if we want to get to Monaco tomorrow morning.
Forget that, we've got to get you to a decent clothing store.
Hilarious.
Yeah, do you want to unlock the door?
Right.
I was joking about the clothing. You're an idiot. Ross f***ing not.
Viewers might like to know that my wardrobe change had absolutely nothing to do with a nasty rash on my neck caused by my bow tie. For the rest of the day, we got on with the business of our cross-country cruise as we headed for Nice. And we realised that France is actually rather big. Really, really rather big.
So, progress report. We are really tired. We are behind schedule because of all of the issues that we hit yesterday. And it doesn't really help that the car guzzles so much fuel because we are going through it like crazy and we have to stop at every service station. We've got a bit of a way to go until our hotel, but we're just really tired and we just want to get to our final place as soon as possible. So, yeah.
We finally reached our hotel in the early hours of the morning. Still, at least the parking was straightforward.
Keep going.
what's the... Yeah, okay, wait. Go forward. Fold in. Wait. Okay, keep going. Turn it as much as you...
Oh.
No. Wait. Yeah, go. That's it. Wait. Left. Go left.
Bonjour. The final leg of our journey was a short shot from Nice to Monaco. Even though we were as far behind schedule as HS2, we knew we could make it as long as the roads were straight and the traffic was light. The Crown Vic featured body-on-frame construction that was pretty old-fashioned even at the time, like a steamroller in a pretty dress. But that simplicity made the car easy to maintain and easy to repair. As a result, many American police departments kept their Crown Victorias in service for years after Ford stopped making them. They were not, however, really meant to be used on roads like these. You know, ones with bends. It was like driving a Russian spy whale, large, soft and wallowy. We were quite far behind schedule, but we've done it, and I think as long as we can get through this Monaco traffic, we'll get you to the shoot on time. That's not bad.
I wouldn't really call this arriving in style though, would you?
Oh, come on, this thing is absolute genius. And we have made up a lot of time, which is not bad considering we do not exactly have the resources of Top Gear or the Grand Tour or one of those things.
Yeah, well, you've got Jeremy Clarkson's dress sense, that's for sure.
Hilarious. This is a little bit tight. This car was not designed to go around these kind of roads.
It wasn't designed for a lot of things, to be honest.
That's true. You'd imagine a car has got to do more than one thing though, wouldn't you? I mean, what's the point of having a Grand Tourer, massive engine, terrible fuel economy, no back seats, no boot. That is effectively a Grand Tourer configuration. So you can use it for driving distances, but you can't put luggage in it. You can't take it to the shops. You couldn't put a family in it. So it's like a one-use car. I mean, what's the point?
And what use is that?
That's what I'm saying. What use is that? At least this is multi-use. It's a Grand Tourer and a police car. It's a Grand Tour police car.
That's true. And we're getting great reaction from people in Monaco.
I've never been in a car that has had so many people want to stop and film it, come over, get in it, take pictures, smile, wave, including all the police.
You do realise that this wasn't a great choice for a GT car, right?
What are you talking about? It was absolutely fine.
Okay, well let's start with the fact that I've got no space at all. I've got a huge computer on my lap. There are switches all over the place. I've got no leg room. I can't recline the seat back. Can't get to stuff in the back seat. You know, we're filling up every hour at this rate. And yeah, you can't see anything out of the rear view mirror.
I will concede that there may be one or two small drawbacks to using this car as a GT car. But, you know, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're not that bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's got us here, hasn't overheated, hasn't blown up. Yes, your window doesn't go down.
That as well.
And the wheels aren't straight. But apart from that, we've done all right. And actually, you say about the fuel economy, but that fuel gauge is better than having a clock, because I know that it takes exactly 1 hour to drain a quarter of the tank. What more can you want? What more do you want?
You really are trying to find a lot of positives out of one giant negative, aren't you?
It's a bit like your life, really, isn't it?
Fantastic.
All right, that's that. So I will pick you up in 2 hours, 3 hours, and we'll get on the road and head home.
Nah, don't worry about it. There's a bus that goes straight to the airport. If you think I'm getting back in this thing and going back to London with you, you could forget it, mate. Don't forget your passport.
Send them both. Oh, hello.
You follow, okay, us?
I can, yeah.
The police station.
Okay, no problem. We've got a hire car, a rental car, which is just round the corner.
We check after, okay?
Yeah, okay, so it's okay to...
Okay, you follow me?
I can follow you?
I keep the document.
No problem.
Okay.
The Crown Victoria Police Interceptor may not be particularly sophisticated, economical or fast, but I have never driven a car that has made so many people smile, regardless of age, gender or culture. As it turned out, this cruiser is certainly not the perfect Grand Tourer or even a very good one, but it is simply unforgettable. And it carried us safely and reliably for thousands of miles, just as it did countless police officers before us. Thank you, P71, for your service. We salute you.
This is painful.
This is beautiful, come on.
This is criminal.
You should be locked up for that remark. Don't go too far away because we need to be in the same shot.
Get the reflection on my face, mate.
Okay.
Is it pre-booked, the ferry?
Yeah, so we'd lose the booking, we'll just pay for another one. It's only 50 quid or something.
There is a problem?
Yeah, I forgot my passport. This is a problem.
Lou, could you just find out? Yeah, just in case. So call him if you have to, because then it would save us going all the way down there. We might, if we
It's only 10 minutes around the corner, so we may as well turn up and I'll say, look, I've forgotten it. And see if they see what they say.
I like the fact that Mike is filming all this.
You're not filming this, are you? No. One tiny little detail.
Ah, well, at least it's not a Montreal flight.
Get out the car every like
The irony of potentially being arrested in a cop car.
Are we still rolling, Mikey?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, that Aston does look good. My word, it looks sexy. Oh, that is a nice car. All right, we got to do something with the Aston next time. You're not still filming, are you, Mikey?
Yes, I am.
Please don't put me salivating over the Aston. Actually, that might, yeah, okay. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I've lost the document, 1 second.
Yeah? He didn't say the joke I wanted him to say.
What was the joke?
The joke was meant to be, how do you ever catch criminals if you're always in the petrol station?
Ah, nice. Oh, yeah. Want to do it again?
Are you
Yeah.
dead or?
No, you just threw me a bit with a different joke.
Yeah, but you said be natural, so piss off.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Oh, don't stop there.
Really? Really? Really?
He must have gone to the toilet.
He better not be coming to look at the car.
No, I think he's going to the toilet. The way he stopped.
Once he saw the car, you mean?
No, he wants to go to the toilet.